What's T girl? New show alert, new damn show alert. And I forgot all about this, mainly because I had no intentions on reviewing it. I really don't get into real estate shows like that, but I decided to go on ahead and give this one a chance, considering that it's a own show. And I'm glad that I did give it the chance that I gave it because it honestly wasn't bad. This is Ladies Who List Atlanta. Okay, this is season 1, episode 1, best of the best. So basically, it starts off with us kind of getting to know the ladies. I'm assuming these are all of the ladies. I'm assuming, but I could be wrong. I don't know. This is a new show. So I'm going to just give y'all what the hell they gave us. So Kiara is a luxury agent and she meets with Kiana, who's a broker. Kiana, you spell your name very interesting. Q-U. Q-U, bitch. Q-U. I'm not mad at it. I don't mind names that are kind of ordinary because I mean, no shade, but girl, Kiana is very ordinary. I know a couple of cisgender women and a couple of studs named Kiara. I'm going ahead and ask some of the girls up in there too. But I don't mind it when it's spelt with a little zest, a little flair. Ain't nothing wrong with that, so I'm down for it. And basically, they just talk about their humble beginners, and I'm assuming they talk about the both of them. I believe they're both from North Kakalaka, or Kiana is from North Kakalaka, but I think they're both from North Kakalaka. I know Kiana was brought up and raised in the ghetto, honey. And she know what it's like to be poor, and she don't want to go there no more. And she gonna be fabulous. Why not going down to the child line? That's one thing I will say. This show has some gorgeous, beautiful brown skinned women, and I'm down for it. So then we get down to Robin, who's a broker, and we meet Crystal, who spells her name Cristyl. Yet again, a very ordinary name that your mama done decided to spruce up and make it a little less ordinary. I'm down with it. I ain't mad at it. But she is a closing attorney. Yeah, she's a closing attorney. Listen, I ain't never bought no house, bitch. Like, I don't really know what it's like that. Besides the one house that I'm in now. But girl, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. I tell you this, I ain't meet with no closing attorney, okay? I ain't meet with all the rest of that shit. So, this some high-end type shit. All right. I ain't high-end just yet. Apparently. So Robin talks about her struggles being a teenage mom and how she wasn't supposed to make it out. The proverbial thing that we hear most of us people that, came from nothing and wound up getting something would say. Forget the background, y'all. I'm going home tomorrow. I'm in my homegirl Tisha's house. She was very nice to allow me to be here and film here, so I don't need none of y'all talking shit. All right, because we all know some of y'all apartments smelled the way it looks. Shitty, disheveled, out of place, out of touch, and every damn thing else. Moving on. So then Robin and Crystal, they close a deal for Amy and Mozzie. I think Amy is a model for Fenty, Rihanna's Fenty. All right. And Mozzie is a YouTuber. He a fellow YouTuber, shout out. And both of their incomes together that bought this house for $500,000. I ain't mad at it. Do what y'all have to do, girls. Shout out to the YouTubers that's out here making it. So Tiana, I want to say her name is also a luxury agent, and she meets with Tiffany, who is a closing agent, down to the park with their kids. And both of them basically are great friends with two different parenting styles, and basically both of them talk about, balancing work with family. It can be done. All right, let me tell you something. Y'all newfangled hoes gonna get enough for getting out here talking about how hard it is to do a career in the family. Let me tell you something. My mama had her husband, her career, her family, and she was able to do it all in one. That's why I know nothing. If it's not about being a strong, independent black woman is us, I don't know nothing about that. My mama was married. She had her two boys, and she still found time to have a career, clean the house, fuck her husband, and do it all over again. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I don't understand y'all plight, but girl, quit complaining and just do it. Because ain't nothing to it but to do it. Period. So Robin tells Crystal about her big idea of making a brokerage firm, basically being consist of nothing but black women, being ran by black women and all that extra type of stuff, being based in Atlanta, and them to be like the elite or the premier group for people who want to buy luxury homes in Atlanta. And I'm down for it. I tell y'all all the time, I root for anybody that's black, and I don't find nothing wrong with that at all. If you got a bunch of black people in power, baby, that's what I'm talking about. So I really hope that y'all can see the bigger picture and not allow y'all female bullshit to get in the middle of that. But y'all know how it is when you get a bunch of sisters together. It's always going to be a bunch of mayhem and controversy and backbiting and backstabbing and shade being thrown and all of that. We know how it goes. And y'all hoes on reality TV, y'all already know how it's going to go. But it's all good. So, while discussing bringing the idea to the rest of the ladies, Crystal mentions that she doesn't mind working with Robin, but she is a little worried because she doesn't work well with other women. She said Robin told her herself that she doesn't play well in the playground with other women, or whatever the case may be. And she felt the way about that. Kiara, I'm not gonna make too harsh of judgments on you just yet, because part of me thinks that you are a real cool person. But what you do that I absolutely hate, and a lot of people do this, is they feel like they can talk to you or treat you one way, and then when a person gives them back that same energy or at least match it, they can't take it. I don't like shit like that. And what else I don't like a one-sided friendship. I don't like when a person feels like they could talk to me any way they want to, say whatever they want to, do me any way they see fit. And then when I call it out, then it becomes, it becomes a big deal. It becomes a problem. It becomes, oh, well, I don't like it when you do this, or I don't like it when you do that, or don't talk to me like this, or don't treat me like that, or don't tell me to do this, or don't tell me to do that. But then you feel like you can go around here and treat your friends any way you want to, talk to them or handle them any way that you see fit. And I don't feel like that's fair, Kiara. I don't feel like that's fair at all. I don't know how the fuck you was raised. And a lot of people go through that, especially people that feel like they had to raise themselves. But the same way you don't want to be talked to or treated or handled any old kind of way, don't you think a person that you consider a friend that would want the same respect? And if you're going to consider Crystal a friend, and if she's telling you simply don't get out in my office, fuck being a friend. That's just being an adult, period. In a place of business. We'll get to it when we get there. So Kiana meets with her friend Ashton, who's also another agent, to look at a luxury home for one of her buyers at $3 million. Y'all some expensive hoes, but once I figured out that the person that was coming to get it was an actress, a black actress at that, shout out to her, I said, oh, okay, well, that makes sense why she's looking for a home this damn expensive. Now, what does she do and what does she play in? I do not know, because I've never seen a girl a day before in my life. But she know her damn budget. She know what she can afford, and she's obviously been in some good shit if she running around here looking for a $3 million home. So do you, girl, do you. So Crystal comes through and she tells Kiana about Robin's idea of making a new firm and about whether she'll be willing to listen to her pitch deal. And she says she don't mind listening, but she has no interest in helping Robin simply because she came to Robin one time before for help, and Robin act like she couldn't help her or throw her a bone unless she was getting paid for it. And I understand, and I hate when people do that too. Regular folks, I get it. But if we're considered friends or we have a friendship and I come to you to throw me a bone one time, I don't find nothing wrong with you. All right, friend, normally I'll charge, but you my homegirl. I got you, sis. Like, it wouldn't have hurt you and you wouldn't have the problem that you're obviously going to have now. See, it's funny because when she came to you for help, you didn't want to help her unless it meant money in your pocket. And now you're going to come to her. That can also help put money in her pocket, but I don't think she needs it. You know what I'm saying? And so now you're going to know what it feels like to come to somebody for support. And then they look at you and be like, hell no. Or if they do it, it's some stipulations to it. I'm just saying, but we're going to move on. So Crystal meets with her sister, Cicely. Not Cicely Tyson, though, but Cicely, to talk about what's going on with Robin. And Cicely heard the commotion in the office and she got concerned. And Crystal believes in Robin's idea, but she doesn't like the way that she lashed out at her. And again, I wouldn't either. Actually, Crystal, you a much better person than I'll ever be because I would have had to get Robin together right then and motherfucking there. Do you hear me? It's just some stuff that you don't need to drag your feet on or pussyfoot around. And when it comes to you getting respect from a person that's supposed to be a good girlfriend of yours, nah, bitch, you need to handle that. You need to handle up on that right then and there. And I like you thus far, Crystal, even though you give me a much prettier version of Azalea Banks. I like you thus far. I think you're a real sweet person. I could tell that by the way you didn't go the hell off on her, which was another reason why I feel compelled to take your side because I could tell you don't get into a lot of confrontation. And I really feel like Robin is one of those women that kind of use that to her advantage. She knows you're not really going to take it there with her. And if she gets, we'll get there when we get there because I'm skipping. I'm skipping. My mind is racing 1,000 miles an hour. We're going to get there. So Tiana is doing a home opening event and she asks some of the other ladies to come. And then they start talking about Robin and this idea that she has. And then Kiana made it very clear she's coming long enough to tell her no. Because when I needed you to be there for me, you act like you couldn't do it unless you was getting paid for it. So now I have no interest in being a part of whatever the hell it is that you got. I'm not mad at it. You can't do wrong to somebody and tell them how mad to get. And it's life. You never know. Listen, a Tyler Perry song said it best. Ain't it funny how life turns around? The same people you see going up, you see them coming down. That's real true. Ain't it funny how you need me now? I'm just saying. Moving on. So Crystal meets with Robin down to the park to talk about what happened. Robin felt like Crystal hit below the belt with the comment of she doesn't play well in the playground, but Robin, you even admitted you said that yourself, so I don't understand. And then you showed and proved exactly Crystal's point and why Kiana don't want to halfway fool with you and why it looked like Tiffany don't want to halfway fool with you. At least I think it was Tiffany. Y'all give me together in the comments. Like that entire conversation, you turned it and flipped it into something that it didn't have to be. Then what you did that I absolutely hate is you want to sit up and try to police how somebody talks to you, but you don't mind coming off as a cold-hearted bitch to people. I don't know you from a can of paint, Robin, but that's just the aura that you give off. You give off your bitch to everybody else, but when somebody calls you out on it or gives you that same rhetoric back, you can't handle it. Much like how, this is my thing. One thing that you really did that pissed me off is when you looked at this woman and said, well, I could walk away from your friendship because I don't need friends anyway. Let me tell you something. And Crystal, I'm going to need for you to learn this real quick. Any person that's in your face can tell you that it is very easy for them to walk away from you and your friendship. Y'all ain't really friends. All right. That's the way I see it. That's the way I look at it. I don't care how blunt you are. I don't care how whatever or whatever. If you can look at a person and say, I could walk out of your life right now, or you can leave this friendship right now. Oh, the fuck well, y'all ain't friends. I could never look at my two best friends, female best friends, well, 3 female best friends in their faces and tell them that with a clear conscience. I could never do that, not to them or to somebody that I consider a real friend. I could never look at Scotty in his face and tell him something like that. I couldn't do that with Josiah. I couldn't do that with Maddie. I couldn't do that with Jamar. I couldn't do that with Ya. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do that with Ish J Dub. Like people that I really consider a friend, I could never say some shit like that to. And the fact that you said it so comfortably, Robin, I could have you all pegged out wrong, but this first episode, it just didn't make you look good. It made you look really childish, really catty, really petty. It really did. It made you look like a stone cold bitch and somebody that I would never rock with in real life. Again, I could have you wrong. Maybe I do got you wrong. And this is only the first episode of y'all very first season. So you do got time to redeem yourself. But I don't know. From what it's looking, I don't know. But y'all, that's it. That's all I got. Like I said, Ladies to List was interesting. It was interesting. I normally don't get into shows like this, but because you see, I couldn't get into Selling Tampa. But this is actually interesting. And depending on how the numbers do and the views do and the comments do or whatever, I might go on ahead and keep it up here. I think it's a cute little show to add for, yang yang around the house until Basketball Wives or Real Housewives of Atlanta come on or something like that. Give me a little yang yang. So yeah, I might keep it. But let me know what y'all think about it. Let me know how y'all feel about it. Go on ahead and run them numbers up, girl. Run up them likes. Please make sure to run up this like and any other likes on any other videos that I put out. And yeah, y'all, next time y'all see me, which is tomorrow for Portia Family Matters, I will be home. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to be getting back into the swing of things. So, yeah. But I'm gone. Love y'all. Mwah, and I'm going to holler at y'all later.